Hello, guys. This is Mike, the Nomad Sharpener. It's Friday, December 16th, reporting live from Fitchburg, Massachusetts. It's only a week or so till Christmas, and the last video I put up, I had told you it's cold, but we're beating that now. I think it's like 5 or 6 degrees, and with the wind chill, it's certainly a lot more, feels a lot more colder. I haven't been out yet. I figured I'd make a little video before I did, and I want to talk a little bit about starting over. During the course of my life, I've had I call them resets, periods where I've made big decisions, whether it be moving to a different place, starting a new job, a business, or what have you. And I'm in that phase right now. I'm in a reset mode, and it's a good thing. Like I mentioned before, I take care of my dad, so this reset is probably the longest one I've ever had in my life, in the sense that usually I make a decision, I go for it, good or bad, it's done. This one is going to take a little longer, and I think that's good. I'm at the point in my life that I can't really afford to make too many mistakes, but I also can't afford to let fear and the unknown scare me. So, like I mentioned before, my goal is to eventually give up the apartment, give up that whole type of life I saw. Phil, I can't remember the video now, but the person. But you're on the wheel, and I've been on the wheel for off and on for 40 years. And when I look back at my life, the happiest times have been when I've gone my own way, made my own path. Not following, okay, when I was a kid, there was always the pressure, okay, get a good job so you can get a good Social Security, so da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And unfortunately, at this point, I'm regretting it, because I would have a lot more money, and I would probably have a pension and all that good stuff. But I don't, so I don't like crying over spilt milk. I may moan and groan a little bit, but I don't really like to look to the past, except for realizing my mistakes, learning from my mistakes, and moving on. And during the course of your life, you'll find, especially younger folks out there, that all these failures, whether it be a big failure, a small failure, a personal failure, or a business failure, you learn. You learn. And it's just up to you to implement that new knowledge in your future endeavors. What I've learned about myself is that I was never, ever designed to be in the box. Not saying anyone is, but I really am not. I was always bouncing against the walls, this wall, that wall, do it this way instead of that way. And I was never, I spent my money freely. I made a lot of huge mistakes, personal-wise, with drugs and alcohol way back in the day. Then around when I hit my 40s, it was just time to clean up. I knew it, but I was 20 years behind. I don't know if you haven't been there, you don't get it. It was 20 years of a fog. It was 20 years of fun, partying, traveling. I was, that type of thing. But I was 20 years too late in today's world. In other words, by 40, I should have had a home. That's what this would expect me. I should have had a home. I should have had a savings account. I should have had a retirement account. I should have had children. I should have had a wife. I should have had all these things. And I woke up at 40, realized that, okay, it's time to be an adult now. It's time to take control over certain things that had you spinning out of control. And I did that, okay? And I got my business going. I had a very lucrative business. Was doing well, had a home office. It was great. Had people coming in and out working. The usual problems when you have staff. But, but I got a lot of things straightened out. I had problems with the IRS. I straightened that out. I had ran into big financial problems. I straightened that out to a certain extent. And then time went on, and the recession hit, and then everything got tough. And I made decisions that were hard decisions, but that I had to make to survive. And as humans, we do have a survival instinct. And so some of the things I'm not especially proud of, but they, they're decisions that had to be made. And now I'm at the point, I've been sick for 2 years, over 2 years, 3 or 4 years, but really, really bad the last 2.5, 3 years. And it's gave me time to reflect. I'm still in that survival mode, just trying to get to the next day. But I see a light at the end of the tunnel. And that light for me is the van life. And it's much more than just wanting to be a nomad and traveling around and all that. It's about taking control of my life, getting rid of the things I'm not good at. I'm not good at paying bills. I'm not good at, you know, saving money. I'm not good at any of that. I know in the van life I would, because my instincts would kick in. My survival instincts will kick in, knowing that I have just that van and a set of wheels and an eighth-inch piece of metal protecting me from the world. My instincts are kicking in. I'm going to budget. I'm going to save so much money for repairs, because I don't want to obviously be stuck in the middle of nowhere with no money and no resources. And I'm going to work, as much as I can. How much that can be, I don't know. But if it's $50 a week, $100 a week on top of my other income, so be it. And I want to travel. I want to see the world, at least the United States. I want to take in other cultures, visit different cities. And I don't want to go there for a week or 2 days and be a tourist. I want to go and get to know the area. Years ago, when I was traveling as a salesperson, we'd go to different towns and work for a month or 2 months. And I get in a taxi cab, because it's my drinking days, take me to the worst bar in town. And, where there's whatever. And I would meet people, and I would meet the salt of the earth type people, the type of people that are real. And I love that. And I want to get back to that. Now, I won't go to the bar, but, really get to know people. And, I want to try to be a help. I don't know if these videos, I think that they're actually kind of helping me. I don't know if they'll ever be of a help to anyone else. But I hope there's other people out there that have been living their lives for a while and realizing it's just not for them. It wasn't for me to have a wife. I wasn't good at relationships. It wasn't for me to have a home. I get itchy feet. I've been in this apartment now for almost 10 years, and I don't want it anymore. I have stuff. My apartment is just stuffed with stuff. I buy things for that instant pleasure, and I set them aside. There's always some reason why I bought it, some excuse in my brain why I need that item. But I'm realizing now it's just for that instant gratification, because there's something missing. And so I'm changing all that. I'm just changing the way I live. And it's going to be hard. Even, the other day I thought about, I'll buy this. And I said, what do you need it for? I mean, I have so much stuff, nothing of real value, just stuff, And living in a van will cure that. I am going to have a trailer, and it's going to be organized with the items that I need. But I'm not going to have 100 white T-shirts. Not gonna. I literally have 100 white T-shirts. I wear white T-shirts all the time. I generally change them because they show all the dirt twice a day. They're all cotton. I love cotton. I have psoriasis, and fortunately it's on someone under control now, but my skin is sensitive. And, so I always was bought white cotton underwear, and it's just what I wear. But they get dirty, and so when you wash them after a while, they get like a yellow tint. And so I have stages. I have the first stage. This is the first stage, nice and white, bright, no major stains. And then I have the second stage, which will be my second T-shirt that I put on probably around 4 or 5 o'clock, and that's for the evening and bedtime, because I'm not going out to see people. And then I have the third stage where they become rags, and I use them around the house and for my son's business, for the business. And so, but those types of things I got to stop doing. I don't need 50. I got to throw some away. It's hard for me to throw certain things away. Then I'll get in the mood and I'll throw everything away. It's bizarre. And it's an illness of some sort. I don't care what it is. It's going to stop. I am really rambling. This is not a good video.